now to a man who's appeared in more world-ranking finals than any other player in the history of the game. 3 times an International Open and former world indoor singles champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David Gourlay!
No record of any head-to-head matches in this one, with Matthew Orry being a qualifier. Sometimes with the repeat qualifiers you can come across them on a regular basis, but this has been good. This man, he's played very well in this event so far, and David Gourlay, well, he's so professional, he will never underestimate someone who gets through to the quarterfinals. But obviously he will be
jack length 26 meters
for this night.
Yeah, definitely. Matt's played pretty well through the tournament so far. This will be another test for him.
Well, just getting past the first round is never easy.
Certainly when the first round's Mr. Foster.
Incredible win. Simon Skilton, who was injured at the time, but still played remarkably well.
On a measure last mile, about 6 inches, I believe.
Yep, it was indeed. Both the matches, Matthew advantage 2-1 in David Gourlay has won both his 2-0.
And he started very, very well.
One green. Wanted to be that far through. He was certainly just trying to draw another one. Matthew, always a bit difficult in the first end or two. You're just trying to get over the nerves of being out there and of a big crowd. So he'd be delighted to try and get one close. Yep, this is good. Much, much better with this one. Good ball. Stays up. Could be a shot.
One green. That's a bow short. 1.5 inches.
David Gourlay's always very professional in the way he prepares for matches. Puts a lot of work in, probably plays more practice hours than anybody else.
Yeah, he certainly does. I saw him out there this afternoon, just having the last-minute final touches, and then went for a rest and had a light dinner.
David Gourlay always has a light dinner.
Certainly does.
Keeps himself very fit. Lovely lifestyle now. Matthew Orry here with his family. Changed on to the backhand to just try and get to the jack or rest the ball off. Just a little bit inside. Didn't have the weight to hold it. Oh, David will be careful. He's line one, but certainly doesn't want to drop back on the jack and give the shot away.
Both players will be reasonably happy with the start.
Not too adventurous.
One shot, David Gourlay.
Very sensible. crowd still coming in from their evening meal. So there'll be slight disturbance for
Track
the
length
players.
24 metres.
David taking his time. Very wise, just let it all happen.
It can happen in the last game, David. And people are just coming in dribs and drabs.
It takes a while for them to get their seats and sort out their bags and various other things. And bring their post-meal sweeties out.
Takes a lot of doing, you know, after 3 meals a day.
Yes. That's the residents here have no shortage of food. That's good stuff.
1 red. Gap last bowl is 6 inches.
Cool looking player, Matthew. But David will put pressure on.
He certainly will. Having played Matt a couple of times in the last year or so, it won't really faze him much. He'll still try and play all the right shots.
Oh, this is good.
1 green.
Fall back, but it is a shot. I think the tester will be if David Gourlay starts to get in with the first 2 very close to the jack, and when Matthews then has to start making decisions about shot play, as you know, Nicky, better than most. It's not easy out there.
It's definitely not. You've got the winner of the first 2 bowls is going to have a major say on how the game goes, unless someone's runners are going really well.
Your last bowl is 16 inches, the gap.
Still negotiate the front green one. Drop one, shot ball, little touch out. Wrong side. Well, that's not going to make it any easier.
No, if you just up it, that's how that hand finishes on you.
Didn't push through it, David. Well, it really would be a dodgy shot to come into that heavy now. He's got the back position, but David's got one further on back. It's just a draw, really, at this stage.
Yeah, I think at early stage they're both still looking to get their eye in.
One shot, David Gourlay.
Set score 0-2 after 2 ends.
2 9-end sets replayed, 3-end tie break. David Gourlay now living in Spain, about 50 miles from Barcelona. Great lifestyle.
Jack length 25 metres.
Spoke to him a little bit about it earlier on in the week, and he seems to enjoy it.
Well, have breakfast, go for a walk on the beach, bring the dog, go to the gym, and then back to the beach for another walk with the dog.
Yeah,
And
very energetic.
And lots of red wine. Sounds good to me.
Your bow? Yours is 2.5 feet. Matthew's is 14 inches.
Yeah, he's just got a little nibble on it.
The shot bowl is 14 inches.
Both players will be looking to tighten up their first bowls, really.
After looking for a metre or so on his last bowl.
One red.
He was to stick to the draw with this one, but try and get another one close. Space to draw it, but the option of the forehand runner is still there. Doesn't make it.
Similar weight to his last, he'll be pretty good.
Need to drop back. Yep, under red.
It's close, but I think you've still got it.
Target ball here is just the bottom green one. You want to get into that, drop back for another shot.
Certainly looking, coming very well.
Forehand runner, really no point in it now. I think David will just play
Your
a
last
similar
bowl,
ball.
13 inches.
Lose a foot of pace and that'll be enough for David to sneak in. Certainly a great bowl, finding the range now.
One shot, David Gourlay.
Set score 0-3 after 3 ends.
It's very steady stuff, isn't it?
Steady stuff from both players, no, really. David's just managed to do enough to sneak each end.
Jack length 26 metres.
Great start from Matt this time.
The gap is 2.5 inches.
This forehand is so easy to go too wide on it. David's got a strong bias ball.
I think everything, if you're just over the pace though, that's where they're going to finish.
The characteristics of the rink haven't really changed since it went down early in January. Pace and vary
2 red.
a little bit. Different times of the day.
Yeah, I'm sure. Different amount of crowd.
The extra weight on David to hold it. Well, off your own would be good. Actually, I think he had the weight, just was under the line.
He just tried to hold it in, but
It's about 14
still
inches
trying
short
to
of
play
jack
him.
high. This one, about 20 inches.
It's got to be tempting.
yeah, being Matt, I may have tried to put another one in.
These two could disappear very quickly. David will be on the forehand runner.
He plays it pretty well normally.
Yeah.
Similar to that.
It's a walking certainty, isn't it? David, forehand runner. He's always had a high percentage success rate with it. But 2 balls.
I think it's just in, but it's close.
One of them just caught the back green one. Stayed within the head. Definite one against.
Just got to check the ball, Matthew.
It's indicating it's definitely 2 to green now. The ball on the left-hand side of your picture is causing the delay. We need to check if that ball is actually within the confines of the rink. Especially in terms of Matthew Orry's next ball, which could be to trail the jack.
Yeah, depends on whether there's too big a gap for him, or whether he feels he can slip by either green.
It's been taken away. There is a deep green ball. Looks to me like it might be a draw.
Needs to miss the front one.
Passes that, he's very close. Well, it's close, I have to say. Definitely worth a measure.
Slightly thin red, yeah. Okay. One shot, Matthew Orry.
On the red, David Gourlay's got a good eye on his head. And he's not going to mess about.
Set score 1-3
Matt
after
would be
4
pleased
ends.
to get one on the board, played a good end, and had he not scored there, he'd have been disappointed.
Well, on the card. It's always a good settling down process, isn't it? When you get your first score on.
Jack
At
length
the start of every
27.5
game, we're all
metres.
looking for exactly the same thing.
It's a long jack length. The first ball is pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, Matt's certainly settling down now. Last couple of ends, he's found a good one early.
Good reply. No mistake. And a good day for yourself.
On
as
green.
well, Nicky. You played very well. Never easy against someone you know so well, but having said that, it was a very tight game.
Yeah, pleased. I played okay. A little bit of luck went my way, which probably helped me sneak over the line in the second set. But I think whoever goes on to lift trophies and things like that has
5
a little bit
inches.
of lady luck along the way.
Yes, there are about 3 or 4 running balls for both of
The
you.
gap is an inch from the jack.
Maybe 1 or 2 of those where you both came with good results, but always in the area. And that's why I say to people that sometimes you can't just play a shot for the absolute perfect result. You have to get into the pack of bowls and see what happens.
That is true. You're not always going to hit everything perfect. And
2 green.
pure fact you're playing a runner, probably in trouble in the first place.
Yep, absolutely. Good ball by David. Oh, Matthew, looking for the runner here. He's close to it. Oh, the jack's away, surely. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, that's really unlucky. And the green ball just dropped down as well.
That was the worst result for him, to be honest. Got rid of his nearest bowl as well.
It's a horrible result, it really is. There you go again.
3 green.
I tell you what, if he hits it this time, just watch this ball where it finishes.
Does he not
Drop back.
set up the plant for the red?
Straight through to the red. Even if the jack goes off, that plant's going right through to the red ball. So he has to hope to get something else here. And just watch this. Got the edge of the jack. Oh, goodness me. Well, 2 really good drives and absolutely nothing for them. Yeah, shake of the head. And you've every right to shake that as well. I see that was just desperately unlucky from 2 good drives.
In the region, like we were talking about earlier on. But no cigar.
Yes, well, we thought your match against Greg would be quite an interesting tactical battle. That's you know, who's going to play the weight shots and when you're going to play them. Because Greg's quite aggressive as well when he needs to be.
Yeah, this is true. I don't think either of us let the dust settle too much.
4 shots, David Gourlay.
Well, that's just 2 drives on target, but
Set score 1-7 after 5
poor
ends.
results. And David adds the 4th. Suddenly there's a big gap now, 7-1. Just shows you just have to be a little bit unlucky, 1 or 2 balls, and the set starts to slide away.
Yeah, to be fair
Jack
to
length,
that, he's
27
not
and a half
done
metres.
much wrong.
6-inch gap.
Another shot and behind the jack. That's
2
excellent.
green.
It's the usual story, Nick, isn't it? If you get beaten with the first 2 bowls, you're going to be in trouble end after end. And
Yeah, that's true. Even when Matt's won the first 2 bowls early on in the game, David was finding one of the third and fourth to get right in.
he's waving at this one. Hasn't widened targeting. The ball
3
will
green.
go with the jack if it's hit face on. Matthew's much of a choice here. I think he's going to have to go again.
Yeah, unless he's going to find an absolute bomb, I think the runner's the one.
Oh, this is the hard weight to play. The in-between weight. He's not far away. Needs to get the front one good and solid. Yeah, well. Again, it was a
2
good
green.
running ball. And, didn't get a great result.
No, probably just under the pace, really. Even though he made contact, it
So choices, David. Add another or go deep. The trouble with adding another is that if it goes jack high, Matthew could take the jack through for 4. So
yeah, certainly doesn't want to be framing it.
I think he might go deep with this. He's sitting nicely at the moment. Yep. I don't think he even attempted to draw that. That's a good ball where it is. I'd be very happy with that.
Yeah,
7-1, line 2.
Matt's got to not try and just overplay this now. Just try and draw the shot, really.
Just don't get sucked into the yard on trail. So, well, he's going again. Stronger this time for the 2 balls. Thought one of them was going to take the other one out and one was going to lock. It sort of looked like that, and it really did. 2 balls together.
Yeah.
1 shot, David Gourlay.
To get them both away, you had to get the inside edge of them both, I think. Otherwise,
Set score
someone was locking
1-8
in.
after 6 end.
Yes, he had to create the angle, and by doing that, he was always going to have the back ball coming into his own.
Yeah. It'd have been better off with
Jack
Jack
26
moving, really, and
metres.
hopefully it bounced around in the area of his 3.
Yeah, well, there's quite a lot of people just coming in at the moment, and David takes his line from the edge of the rink, so they're just literally going along that. He's just taking a moment or 2 to get sorted. Plenty of time, no hurry tonight. And again, on the first ball, you don't have to worry because there's no shot clock.
Yeah, we get a breather on the first ball.
Well, you get a breather in the whole match. These are little sprints.
I think I actually used some timeouts today.
I think you did, actually. That was an indication just how close the match was.
Yeah.
I think Greg used all of his.
Yeah, 2 on the last ball, I think.
Yeah. A lot of things can you do with that last ball.
On green.
2 or 3 running balls in a row. That's very good to get down
Your
to that.
bowl is about ½ an inch.
Yeah,
Last
definitely.
bowl is 2.5 inches.
You certainly need to pick it up. And Matt's shown in the other games, he's not gone away in the second set.
Just looking for another ball round about, so it's not bad there.
I think it will keep Matt just a drawing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still one green.
Interesting choice of shot, this one.
Yeah, we're both saying he'll probably stick to the drawing.
The danger with that is just the way his own ball's sitting. He'll wing that ball out absolutely clear of the head, leave himself 2 down, but also the weight he was using was it's a low percentage weight.
Yeah, not the easiest shot. And there's lots of halves of bowls to get, certainly playing that side.
Well, certainly cannot afford to take his own ball out. Takes his own ball out here, then it really is all over. But as it stands, it's probably over anyway at 8-1 and 1 against. So I can understand him going for it, just trying to get a break. Drawing to it was a difficult option. See how he goes with his own ball. Oh, he's got it. Oh, and stopped there.
Absolutely, really nothing to lose. No, to be fair, played it very well.
2 shots, Matthew Orry.
Set score 3-8 after
Just
7
made it
hours.
inside the green one for solid ball.
Literally no margin for error, so fair play.
Yeah, a really good ball. He's given himself an outside chance, I suppose, because another 2 here, you never know what can happen.
Definitely he needs to score multiples, that's obvious.
Sack length 25.5 metres.
Well, Paul Foster was looking very comfortable when he played against Matt. 9-1 in the first set. Wasn't just so comfortable when it was 9-3 against him in the second, and then he really knew that there was things happening, I'm sure, during that set. But to be fair to Paul, really there's none of the local UK qualifiers are going to be weak players. They're all going to be strong players, and the vast majority of them are reasonably experienced as well.
Definitely, it's a tough qualifying school in the UK, and all of them that get through been through a tough battle to get through. And as I said before, Matt, in all of his games, hasn't gone away in the second set.
He's come back strong. When you look at the draw and you sort of see you're going to be playing a UK qualifier, and Paul Foster would have been very aware of the fact that Matt would have been a good player. He had to be on top form. Just lost out 2-1 in the tie break, but once you go to the tie break, anything can happen.
Definitely, everybody's desperate to win 2-0 because
2
of
red.
tie break. One bowl on each end is.
Well, it doesn't even have to be a good one. Sometimes you can just put it down, get a good result, and that's happened before. But Matthew Orry is a good player. He looks a good player as well.
One red.
If you take away the 4, where he was a touch unlucky, he only dropped a 1.
Yep. Absolutely. Ifs and buts.
2 red.
Be able to keep to the draw here. Nope, going for the runner. Oh, is he under with this? Oh, that didn't look good. A little bit surprised at that, because anything off his last ball and he would have been getting a good second, possibly getting the shot.
Yeah, I thought he might just try and close the head down. He can afford to drop a 1 here and not do himself too much damage.
I think it's because he knows his forehand's so strong that sometimes he can be sucked into that sort of shot. But if he'd have ditched the jack, it would have been a brilliant ball. So fair enough.
Well, exactly.
Personal choice, draw or drive. Matthew will be trying to slip this one in just onto his own bowl and fall in front of the jack. Doesn't want to frame it. He hasn't absolutely framed it, but I think David will go for this.
3 red.
It's a good bowl, and he had to try and draw another.
He just started to bend about a foot too early.
Timeout called. David has 4 timeouts remaining.
Fully expect David to play the runner here, and fully expect him to get a good result as well.
I'll be surprised if he misses the target.
Better with this one. Yep. Well, has he come out of this really well? I think second ball by the looks of it.
1 shot in the first set to David Gourlay.
Oh, wow. Well, he did hit the target. Massive turnover of 4 shots, though. Maximum result. Well, that was a bit cruel, that one, maybe, wasn't it?
Certainly was. He hit the target, but the way it was looking, Matt was still going to score a 1. But
Jack length 25 metres.
He was one of the players who would be quite happy to chat to the opponent. He's very easy on the rink to play against.
yeah, I've played him quite a bit in the last 2 or 3 years.
Well, you know what you're going to get from David. An absolute total professional performance. And you get no tricks from him either.
No, he knows when he's good, he knows when he's bad.
Certainly be no gamesmanship out there.
No.
One red. 1 red.
Need to hurry with this. 2 feet short. Anything up to his own bowl or the red was good. Even behind would have been good.
Yeah, Matt will be looking to get in tighter as early as he can.
Oh, it's under. Yeah. You only have to miss that line by a fraction.
20 inches.
The ball will pull away 2-3 feet. Touch the ball. Yep, that's it this time. What he was looking for with the previous
green.
one, and also a back ball.
It couldn't have gone any better for him there. Really difficult for Matt now.
Matthew attacks it. So will he come through the back, or will he just drop inside and try and develop the head a little bit?
I think he'll just try and draw another shot, whether he dropped under the front red or past it.
He's good with this. Yeah, that's a good ball. I think Matthew will come into it now. Just the one in it though, is it?
Yeah. It's close for the second, but...
Well, if it's 2, it's certainly worth attacking. If it's 1, you might just stick to the draw.
Problem is a little touch
Timeout call.
doesn't help him either.
Matthew has 4 timeouts.
And what he's looking at here, and I think what the... he's just asked McDavis to go in and have a look. We'll just wait till that happens.
It's close. I think it's only 1, but it's close with the pole in.
Hard to tell when there's already a shot ball in there. Marker's opinion is just exactly that, only an opinion, no more, and the players certainly can't blame the officials if when they make a call, but they know that.
Certainly be taking a risk if he plays pace.
Well, it's a forehand, it'll be a draw, backhand, it's a running ball. David has got a very good eye, so the one out, it's definitely worth a measure of that.
Yeah, hard to tell.
I have a very slight favour for the red.
Umpires normally measure the one they fancy first.
And he's gone to the green. Oh, he's a lot closer to the action than we are. Oh, that was quick.
One shot, David Gourlay.
There you go. On the red. Our rings are so good. They really are. So much faith in them.
Can't believe it, Corky, you were right.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing to do with the position of the camera, nothing to do with the rings being centred. Well then, guys, got it right. Matthew Orry would have known that when he played his last ball, so he had a good look at it. First and Orry's a 27-year-old IT engineer.
Last bow, 14-inch jack eye. Your bow, 1 inch.
David Gourlay's profile has been updated regarding his achievements, but comes to occupation, I think he just says, well, just whatever I feel like doing.
Walking the dog, I think.
Yep, that's it. Down the beach. Close again.
One either hand.
2 green.
Certainly not giving Matt much room for manoeuvre, even though it looks like he's played a bomb here.
One red.
Perfect delivery.
Yep, he couldn't have played it any better. Weight was perfect. Any more, he probably wasn't getting back into the split.
Be interesting to see what David's going to do there. He's waving away there. Didn't want to lose the ball.
I think he's called about 3 timeouts there.
Yes. Take your time. It'll be all right. Backhand draw. Just try and touch Jack round the corner.
Yeah, I didn't know whether he'd play a similar shot to Matt, really. Just try and squeeze in that split. He can afford to be just over.
Or he can play the backhand and draw the shot.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. And he's left not going to get a pickle here because it's going to be hard to try and beat that ball. But he's going to have to try and draw it. I think the hit shot's too dangerous for him.
Yeah, if a bowl tie, he gets his own.
He's going for the runner. I think he's good here. 2 balls or 1 lock. Yep, 2 balls.
That was good ball, good contact.
Well done.
Played it well. Probably realised the danger was tight.
1 red.
Stayed away from the front green one. Courageous shot.
Yes, your 3rd shot at the back.
There's been some top bowling this end. Topsy-turvy every bowl.
Yeah, it's been good. Very, very good.
Hope these boys are getting out of the system for tomorrow.
So you're waiting on the winner.
Yep.
Well, David down on the runner, looking for the jack. Oh, I think actually he was probably looking for the plant, but the jack was the second option.
Yeah, he probably was, and normally they sort of bend into there, but
well, opportunity for a spare shot. Last ball of the end.
a big confidence booster if Matt can get this in, sneak one up.
That looks quick. Yeah. Just not getting back down again to dead weight from the running ball. Settle for a single.
1 shot, Matthew Orry.
Set score 1-1 after 2 ends. Jack length 26.5 metres.
Matt playing 4-round round the clock.
It's the way it delivers the ball. I get the impression that it's going to pull back towards the end of its travel.
Or he might just like both forehands.
That can help. The forehand in the opposite direction towards the commentary box. We're going away at the moment. Just has a tendency to hold off. This forehand going away has been a favoured shot. A favoured choice for a lot of players.
Yeah, most favour the forehand.
Bit of room, but sometimes you're almost better not being close when it comes to David Gourlay.
Yeah, it's difficult. If you don't get one right on the top, give him both options.
Yes, exactly. You have to get close to force him to draw. Probably knows he's a very good draw ball player. But just run off, I think. Similar shot from Matthew. If he drops inside the jack, he can get the green ball, touch it out for the 3.
Yeah, we're just looking to find a good pace and hopefully not to frame it.
Just dropping short.
Definitely one red, measure for the other.
Oh, it is indeed. Actually, it's quite close for the other 2.
There's a few gaps though.
Yeah. Well, David just really taking his time here. David just trying to drop round the front. Man, that's exactly what it really
One green.
inside the ball, he was whipping across, so he relied on having good weight.
Yeah, he played good weight with the second one. I think he knew if he could get wider, that would be good enough.
See if Matthew plays this down on the forehand to try and turn the ball out or run it all the way through.
Timeout code.
Down to 9 seconds. Didn't want to take a risk on hurrying the ball.
Yeah, he's certainly got enough timeouts. He's no real worry on rushing yourself.
Yep. Just looking for an inside line. Slightly over the weight. Chance of his own ball or coming in off it. Needs to come off the ball at an angle. Oh.
One green.
Bit unlucky there. He played a very good ball, but just didn't get back.
Yeah, it was always in the region. He's just over the pace.
One shot, David Gourlay.
A lot of good balls around there.
Matthew
so
has 3 timeouts remaining.
David Gourlay is just going to try and
Sets
grind
for
this
1-2
out, I would
after
say,
3
in the
hours.
second set.
Yeah, I mean, after you've won the first set, your opponent at this level, they're always really looking to hang in there for the second one, so it's never easy.
Jack length 28 metres.
As we said earlier, most players will be playing the backhand, but Matthew's playing what we say round the clock, forehand, forehand.
One green.
Yeah, I think it's a little harder to do that way, I think, because I think this forehand coming this way is just a bit slower than the other one, so if you know that and can adjust that pace, great.
There's the correction. Taking it away from the red as well.
One green.
Early days in the set, plenty of time for Matthew to build a few heads, ask a few questions of David Gourlay.
Definitely, like we said before, he's not gone away in any of his games so far, so it'll be very similar this time.
One green. Matthew's bowl is 4 inches past Jack high.
Needs this one to arrive. Well, Matthew Orry's got a shot on here. through the gap, Nick. I think he's got to go for this through the gap, try and wing the ball off.
Yeah, he's looking for thin contact so as he doesn't get it onto his own.
Have to go fairly quick at this. Oh, he's trying to draw it.
I think he's tried to play it, but not quite got enough weight, has he? Or is he good?
Well, he's in the area, but with that sort of weight, he's just going to push it onto the jack, and that's not going to make it any easier. I'm not sure about that shot, really. I think it'd been better going quick. He had 2 balls in the head, a very good second shot.
He certainly made it very difficult to get it out now, with it being live as well.
David just trotting down. Plenty of time on the shot clock for him. Needs about 4 seconds on the mat normally. Yeah, he's okay. Under the line, can he get in the way?
Well, can he hit it hard enough to get it out a rink on any angle?
The trouble now is the natural angle of the green ball is bringing it onto the red one, taking it out and going through in the jack. It's ball on the jack, still going to be 1. I don't think he can be any worse off if he's on the target. He just doesn't want to come into the short green ones. Yeah, that's why he's decided to push it out and try and draw the shot. Very good effort it was, but it's just going to drop. Oh, not even. I don't think it was going to make it even if it had a drop back.
Great effort, to be fair, but
yep.
Probably left
One
himself
shot,
no
David
option
Gourlay.
with the third ball.
Push the ball. Players always have to do that. Push the ball down.
Set score 1-3
just
after
to see
4
if it would
ends.
have been shot.
Not for me.
Not for me either. Kick them away quick.
Yeah, certainly don't want to look.
Jack length 25 metres.
David's mum and dad were prolific winners of medals and championships over the years. David and Sarah. David Senior.
David's not done too bad.
Absolutely. Good stock. First time with prominence in the British Isles singles final, early 90s, and played Andy Thompson. I remember watching the match, and David absolutely killed Andy on the draw. Andy drove him off the park and won the match.
Daylight robbery.
It was a little bit. I was reminding Andy of that at lunchtime. He said, "Yep, absolutely right."
He remembered, did he?
He did. He did remember, yes. Had to dig deep, but he got there. 5 years later, so David won the World Singles.
2 red.
All that training from Mr. Thompson.
Well, it must have been, because I think Andy had the 2 years before that was back-to-back singles for Andy. So, some 25 years ago. So David's been at the top for a very long time. Close, but one to red.
Matt again will be looking to get one in tighter, just to stop the good one when it comes from David.
As we are expecting it with the last ball. Well, might have made it a double. Depends whether the ball stays up or not. My goodness, I think he's actually pushed it out a little bit.
I think it's 2 red.
Well, that's a an interesting call.
confident 2 red.
Oh, he did say, I think it's 2 red, so I think Mike Davies has covered himself on that one.
I don't like thinks.
No, I like to know. No, David, have you got the weight to carry it? You have.
1 green.
Definite one. A shot in the backhand here if he wants to play it. Coming across the head, turn the ball out or turn the jack. So we see David's ball coming in.
Anything but splitting the 2. Oh, just fell over and made it twice as hard.
Shot bow just fell over. Still 1 green.
Oh, well, yes, that's different now. He might have to go down and
Time
have a
out
look at
call.
this. Yeah, the angles are different.
Matthew has 2 timeouts remaining.
Now, before that, there was a very definite shot into the jack or into the bowl. Might still want to play that, but the other option like now for him is he's probably got a space on the forehand to draw it. Any touch on the jack will make 3 or 4.
Just needs to win the end. Draw the shot, really. If you lose a foot off your last, 3-2 and still in the game. Massive difference between 4-1 and 3-2.
Yes, and David's got 2 back balls, so just that ball dropping took away the very nice looking percentage shot. That's made this quite a precise one now. Do well to get back from there with the weight he has. Looking for our
1 shot, David Gourlay.
shot on the screen. You could see that one was just tracking on a bit.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that.
Set score 1-4 after 5 ends.
He probably walked back the first time, was going to play the backhand. Bowles sat down.
Jack length 28 metres.
David Gourlay looking very good in this match. 9-3 in the first set. And now 4-1 up after 5 ends. He's playing with confidence, doing a lot of damage, and drawing very well, in particular with his last ball. And he's keeping Matthew Orry away from the scoreboard. He's been better than, well, 4 shots that he scored in this match so far. In 13 ends, he's only scored on 3, which really doesn't sound like the match that we're watching.
No, to be fair, he's put a large number of bowls in a reasonable area, but in time. He was
7 inches.
always left David enough room to get the shot.
Well, he's staying pretty cool. He's just not letting the pressure get to him, which is good, because this is all about experience now, and he's not out of the second set. Still 4 ends to go. A couple of good ends, and he could put David under pressure.
Yeah, another good bowl here, and right back in the game after this end.
Not bad there. I'm not sure if it's another shot or not, but David Gourlay will just draw to it.
Slightly favoured 2.
Could be. Matthew Orry had a fantastic win in the first round by beating Paul Foster. Paul took the first set very comfortable at 9-1. But Matthew came back strong in the second and won the tie-break. As we see David just trying to pick up the jack here. Yeah, so full edge of the ball was always a bit of a help, but even without it, he was going to get the shot.
Yeah, he was always going to get the shot. He would have been quite as good as he is now.
That's been a bit of a pattern in this game, hasn't it? You know, Matthew Orry's had balls in the head, and David Gourlay doing damage.
Yeah. That's not quite been tight
green.
enough. David's found a real good one when he's needed it.
Just needs to stop here. Just needs to stop and drop back. Going to be close. And that's good for the shot.
1 red.
Oh, great effort.
That's certainly more like some of the bowls he was playing against, Mr. Foster.
Time record. David has 2 timeouts remaining.
Well, choices again. You can follow that, or you can just play the backhand again and just put a foot on his last. He knows the line. He's playing the forehand. He reckons that red ball might just offer a better shoulder in the forehand to rest on and come back. This has to be very, very accurate to get back from there.
I'm surprised he didn't play the backhand. Not far away, the forehand, but...
Well, his last ball was perfect. Just put a foot on it. Still, it's not going to make it easy for Matthew to make the double.
No, Matt's got to now swap over and play the backhand.
Was he just a little bit over? He is. Good effort. Picked the line out.
1 shot, Matthew Orry.
Just 1 roll, but not a disaster. Still in it.
Set score 2-4 after 6 ends. Jack length 25 metres.
Well, Matthew Orry, man from Grantham, trying to keep the pressure on David Gourlay in the second set. 4-2 behind, but it's a set he must win, and this end is absolutely critical to that quest for the second
The gap is
set.
16 inches. No, the gap is 16 inches. See.
David just asking how far the jack is from the tee mark.
Crucial 7th end, David.
Absolutely. I'll sit down and work it out sometime. How many players, if they're 1 or 2 or 3 shots in front, and if they win the 7th end, how many win the set? It'll be a very high percentage.
One red.
Good adjustment after the first one, dropping so far short. Even a single here would give Matthew a great chance.
Yeah, definitely needs to score the end, otherwise it's... Well, it's not over, but makes it very difficult.
Well, he'll be chasing the set in the last 2. That's the trouble. He needs then to score 4 shots in the last 2 ends if he loses a single. It's a bit far away for David on that one.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether he'd got a plan to put that pass there, or...
Well, if it is a plan, it's an interesting one. In the meantime, oh wow, he's on with the
2 red.
the target on the forehand. There's one element of risk for David Gourlay here. He can get through the gap and take his own. But he would be very unfortunate to do that.
His back bowl will come in handy if he gets any jack movement, that's a fact.
Took one out, but also took his closest ball out. To line 2, fully expecting to draw another one here.
Yeah, you'll hope to draw another, but hope not to make it any easier for David's runner.
I was thinking he might play the backhand to just try and come in behind the jack.
Yeah, he's trumped us playing the forehand.
Well, the thing about playing the forehand is if he frames it on the forehand, David will go again. As long as he makes it behind, it's good. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, good ball. To be fair, good ball.
3 red.
I played the backhand just in case anyway. Be frightened of falling short on that. Giving David another chance. Down to the draw. Rest on the ball for second. Yep, that's good. Be happy enough with that.
One shot, Matthew Orry.
I think David would have been trying for the shot, but
He just certainly took
Set score
took
3-4
second
after
walking back
7
up to
ends.
play.
I would say so. 3 against him at the time. Oh, a good crowd once again coming in for the evening session, Nick, and still in there for Matt Orry. He's still got a good chance in this set.
Yeah, he's, you know, after the first set, he still hung in there. And he would like to improve his first bowl a little bit.
That length,
Let's get him with a
26.5
chance.
metres.
One thing about Matt Orry, as you said, first ball hasn't really been doing the damage you'd like it to do, but he still looks very comfortable.
14
out
inch
there. He
gap.
looks like he's at home on the portable rink, and that's not always the case with the qualifiers coming through.
And certainly not meant. It's not every day of the week you're playing in front of 1,200 people and the TV cameras, and he certainly handled himself very well.
One green.
Nice little circles with a spray chalk for the toucher. No extra shots, of course, for that. Just for the non-bowlers that might be watching. Oh, he needs to stay up. Dropped away.
One green. One green.
Happy just to draw away in the backhand here.
2 inches.
It's remarkable how often we're asked about the spray chalk. So please forgive me if the bowlers out there that know about it. There are an amazing amount of people who ask about it during a match. Well,
What would you do here? Take a little risk?
I would now, yeah, definitely. You know, it's with the third ball, because if he loses a single here, he's going to be looking for a 3 in the last end, and they're hard to find at the best of times. I think he has to give it a chance, and he is giving it a chance in terms of the weight, but not in terms of the line, just over it. And I can't blame him for that. You know,
It's not an easy shot to play.
no, no, it's definitely not easy to play that. You know, it's
He may have to take a bigger risk and go quicker because it may be easier to get it.
yep. Go strong. If he takes his own ball out, well, fair enough, there's nothing he can do about that. But the angle for his own ball could easily take the other green one out. So definitely worth playing it. David will just try and slip another one in. You know, there's no reason why he shouldn't, because he'll be concerned about that one ball disappearing.
Certainly will. A good weight with his second, to be fair, if he can bring her in.
He's definitely trying to draw one even closer, but come around that ball is still decent. Yeah, still handy there. I think Matthew has to go at this again and hope to get the ball out clean.
Yeah, if it stays as it is, he'd need a 3 last end, and they're not easy to come by. And it's certainly in a close set like this one.
Well, this is different. A lot less weight. Must think he needs a double. I tell you what, he's very close here, Nicky.
Gonna hold on to miss his own.
Well,
Great effort. Great effort.
yeah, David's line is shot. He'll take the 1. You walk away from that.
Take the 1. 1 shot, David Gourlay.
There's no way on earth that David Gourlay's going to play anywhere near it. He's happy to go into the last end 2 up, but he realises that this set has been very, very close.
Yeah, definitely.
Singles all the way.
After 8 ends.
There really hasn't been much of a sniff of a 3, to be fair. Not a good one, anyway.
Shot length 26.5 metres.
David Gourlay, the world number 6, looking very strong in this match. Won the first set 9-3. Is now 5-3 in front. In the 8th end completed, going into the last end against the qualifier Matthew Orry, who beat Paul Foster, one of the pre-tournament favourites in the first match, and then took out Simon Skilton, a very experienced player. Both of those 2-1 in the tie break, so he's used to playing under pressure. And this has been an intriguing second set. Nicky, the first set was, well, David really did control it, but Matthew's come back strong.
Yeah, David was on top form. First set. Interesting. David needs a good second here, just to...
Yes, even when you drop the first one short, you're sort of thinking, I'd rather that one had been 6 inches away.
Correct. He's sort of blocked the runner.
His favoured runner to get out of trouble. He's played this well. There's the correction.
Yeah, I'd say he'd be happy with that
Not a touch.
Hungry.
It's a very, very good ball. David just at the side of the rink, and Matthew Orry takes his line from the marker. You can see the yellow marker almost in the centre of the picture at this end. And David Gourlay does that too, actually. He likes to see it as well. Some players do, some don't. Some are what we call natural sighters.
I must remember to take them off tomorrow then.
Yeah, if only. You know, some players in the outdoor used to leave their bags at the end of the rink on the line that they needed to take, just to give them a little guide. Let's put it that way.
Very sneaky.
And as soon as you realised they were doing that, we just took them away and put them underneath a bench somewhere. Little tricks of the trade, but certainly not at this level. This is good again. Oh, that's a beauty. That really is. No, it's really, really hard. Matthew dropping short with his ball is always making it difficult, but this is becoming almost impossible now for Matthew to develop a 3.
David must have been curling. First one.
Yeah.
Right in the way.
Absolutely. You know, the first one he probably went, oh, what on earth was going on here? But he's
Time
banging
out
2
call.
in. We'll chat with Mike Davies on the way through.
Matthew has 1 timeout remaining.
Timeouts aren't the issue.
Matt was certainly looking to change something here, otherwise he's going to be curtains.
Well, there's no point in even trying to draw. I think he has to open it up at the front. And now he misses. Oh, it's going to be really hard.
He's just trying to time it round the front.
He probably is, and that's a very difficult shot. He's in the area though. Oh yes, what a good ball, but the back one will lock on it. And David Gourlay will be absolutely delighted with that.
Great goal from Matt, but
One red.
It's strange to think that a player would be delighted with the opposition playing a super shot, but that just about cancels out everything.
yeah, it would be some shot
Timeout
to
call.
create a 3 from the position that's there now.
David has 1 timeout remaining.
Looks like it's a stay away job. Something around about 3 feet jack high or something would be decent. If you want to play a cover ball in.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how he, unless he can hit the front red onto the green and and follow with them.
Yeah, well, he's just mixing and matching here, isn't he? There's just no way to create anything out of this. You know something? If I was Matt Orry, I'd be tempted just to shake hands. I really would be.
Yeah.
You know, it's I just can't see anything, and for people at home watching this, I've got the world #1 beside me, and he can't see anything. So I'm.
If he makes 3 of this, David, it will be
Timeout
shot of the
called.
day.
Matthew has 2
Shot of
timeouts
the
remaining.
year. I would suggest shot of the year. Well, good luck to Matt on this one. Yeah, big hit and hope. He's pulled it. Yep, there it goes. One
One shot, Matthew Orry. Match of David Gourlay.
David Gourlay, a very professional performance against the qualifier Matthew Orry. Controlled the first set 9-3. A bit unfair to Matthew, that scoreline. But David Gourlay gets through 5-4 in the second set. It was a difficult set, but he's over the line. World #6 goes into the semi-final, where he'll meet the world #1, Nicky Brett.